everyone, in today's video I'm going to be talking to you about a hay poke which one of my guinea pigs named Oreo had. This was probably about a week ago now, so I walked into the guinea pig shed and did everything as normal. Then I noticed that Oreo, her eye was very blue, the whole of it just looked very blue, and I was really confused. I'd never experienced anything like this before, so I took her out and examined her closely, see if I could see anything which would suggest what the problem might be. So then like I said, we took her out. I noticed that one of the corners was very red and looked quite sore. Then she also had a very obvious piece of hay poking out her eye. This made me think immediately that it must be a hay poke, and this can be quite a common thing. I know it's quite easy for guinea pigs to get this. I'm going to insert some pictures here so you can get to see what her eye looked like at the time. I think it's just one of those things which can just happen to any guinea pig really. It was obviously irritating her a lot, she was scratching it loads, she was in quite a bit of discomfort. So then we took her out. Then I got this book right here, which is pretty much like a guinea pig Bible. It's so useful. Whenever anything is wrong with any of my guinea pigs, I go straight to this book. Now, it is very expensive, but this information you will not find in any other book, and it's British Association of Rodentologists, so it's information by a lot of people who really do know what they're talking about, and it's just step by step how to sort out any problems with your guinea pigs, and it's just very useful. So I looked straight in that book and looked at symptoms, and everything fall into the category of an eye injury. So in this instance it was a hay poke. So I just want to put a disclaimer out there. I'm not a vet, and the steps that I took to treat Oreo, I'm not advising you do this, and for me it worked really well. However, I don't want to give advice and say that if the same situation happens to you if you follow these steps, because obviously I'm not a vet, but personally this worked for me. And the reason why we didn't take Oreo to a vet is because it was on a Friday evening and there were no vets open, and I didn't want to call out an emergency vet for this situation as I didn't really feel it was necessary. So to remove the hay itself, we took some tweezers and very gently, we had to be really careful because of course it's so close to her actual eye. It was sticking out quite far, so this was not so difficult to do. I just took some tweezers and very gently pulled the hay out of her eye. So this solved the first problem. We took this Optrex multi-action eye wash. So it says for tired, uncomfortable, irritated eyes. This is obviously for humans, but it can be used for guinea pigs as well and works really well. What we did was we flushed out her eye with this stuff, and this just helped to soothe and cleanse the affected area. This worked really well for that. I think one day I used a cotton pad to just rinse out her eye. Then I think another day I took a syringe and just flushed out anything in her eye. So then this was really good to use. So after I had used the multi-action eye wash, we then took this Optrex infected eye ointment. I got this on a cotton bud and then just gently dabbed it into her eye. So this is what we did for around 3 to 4 days, I think. I believe on the first couple of days what we did was we repeated the same process every morning and evening. We just went on to using the ointment. Then when we noticed it had completely cleared up, we stopped using both of these things altogether. So there was no infection in her eye, there was no bulging, no discharge coming out of the eye, so we knew it wasn't infected. That meant we didn't have to take the next steps of treatment. I believe the infection comes if the hay poke is left too long untreated, then this can cause infection. So what we did was we just didn't follow up them steps because there was no signs that would suggest the eye was actually infected. So I'm glad to say that this treatment worked really well for Oreo and it cleared up very quickly. All the redness has gone and the very bright blue colour that was on her eye, that's all disappeared now, and she's back to full health, which is really good. I was very concerned at first, but these steps really worked well to make her better. So as I said before, if you're in the same situation, I would probably recommend you go to a vet. This is just what I did because the vets wasn't open and I have the resources to treat her myself. So hopefully you enjoyed this video and found it interesting to see how we went about making her better and getting rid of the eye problem that she had. So yeah, thank you for watching and I will see you guys next time. Bye!